Hello everybody, welcome to another Nephilim build. Today we're going to consume some souls as Nightmare from Soulcalibur. As always, keep in mind that these videos are about capturing the spirit of the character rather than capturing their abilities perfectly. With that said, let's start with ability scores. Using the standard point array, we'll put the 15 to strength. He's one of the series' heaviest hitters and we're going to need heavy armor. Next is the 14 in charisma. He's a perfect example of how to make edge cool. After that's the 13 in constitution for HP. We'll put the 12 into wisdom and the 10 into intelligence, though we don't really need either. Lastly, we'll dump dexterity. Who needs to sneak when you can solo armies? For Ace, Nightmare used to be Siegfried, who is human, but now he's just a suit of armor animated by Soul Edge. We're technically just making the sword here. Though, since he doesn't need to eat or sleep, and the armor technically can't come off, I'm gonna do something crazy and make him a Warforged. You could make an argument for Reborn, but this is funnier. We'll put our increases in Charisma and Constitution, and get Constructed Resilience, Century's Rest, and Integrated Protection. We'll also take Painter's Place for giggles and speak Common and Infernal. We'll make a custom background taking History and Religion for the combined knowledge of all of Soul Edge's past wielders. We'll also speak Epistle and Deep Speech. Moving on to class, we're going to start off as a Paladin. We'll get Wisdom and Charisma saving throws, pick Athletics and Intimidation, and be proficient with all weapons, armor, and shields. At level 1, we'll get Divine Sense and Lay on Hands. Now we're going to multi-class to Hexblade Warlock, getting Hex Warrior and Hexblade's Curse. We'll also get 2 cantrips, taking Booming Blade and Green Flame Blade for more sword damage. We'll also take Hex for more damage and Shield from Hexblade for a guard impact. That was always my specialty. At level 2 we'll get our invocations taking Eldritch Mind, the second one won't matter. We'll also take Cause Fear for our spell. At level 3 we'll get our Pact boon taking Pact of the Blade and improved Pact weapon for Soul Edge. We'll also take Branding Smite from Hexblade for a spell. I don't care if it's radiant, it's more damage. Now going back to Paladin, at level 2 we'll get Divine Smite and our fighting style taking Great Weapon Fighting. Soul Edge is a really great sword. We'll also prepare 4 spells. We'll start with Detect Evil and Good and Protection from Evil and Good. There's a lot of weirdos in Soulcalibur, and the sentient soul-eating sword puppeting a suit of armor isn't the weirdest. We'll also take Shielded Faith for AC and Searing Smite for an unblockable attack. At level 3 we'll get Divine Health and our Sacred Oath. Soul Edge is obviously evil, so we'll take Oathbreaker for Channel Divinity, Control Undead, and Dreadful Aspect. We'll also get Hellish Rebuke for a counter Soul Wave and Inflict Wounds for Crimson Fountain. At level 4 we'll raise our Charisma and take Wrathful Smite. We'll save the other spell for next level. Speaking of, at level 5 we'll get Extra Attack as well as Crown of Madness and Darkness. Soul Edge makes people go mad and Nightmare won't shut up about darkness. What we're really here for is Find Steed. He summons a horse for Darkwork and Keys to Triumph, so I'm getting one here. At level 6 we'll get Aura Protection and Aid for HP. At level 7 we'll get Aura of Hate to really put the edge in Soul Edge. At level 8 we'll cap our Charisma, but we'll save the spells for later. At level 9 we'll get Animate Dead and Bestow Curse, both things I'm pretty sure Soul Edge can do. Either way we'll take Crusader's Mantle to buff our minions and Elemental Weapon to Soul Charge with Lightning. At level 10 we'll get Aura of Courage and take Spirit Shroud, finally some necrotic damage on this sword. At level 11 we'll get Improved Divine Smite. Real talk, why don't Oathbreakers get anything to turn their radiant damage into necrotic? Why are the evil paladins still doing holy damage? At level 12 we'll take the Great Weapon Master Feat and skip the spell. Doing that a lot this build. At level 13 we'll get Blight and Confusion, which we'll mostly ignore, but take Death Ward. There's really no reason not to take it. At level 14 we'll get Cleansing Touch and Staggering Smite. At level 15 we'll get Supernatural Resistance, and at level 16 we'll take the Tough Feat and skip the spell. At level 17 we'll get Contagion and Dominate Person, one of which I know Soul Edge can do. Our last spell will be Destructive Wave for a massive Soul Wave. Now that we're level 20, we finally have our modifiers. We'll take a Great Sword for Soul Edge and a set of Plate Armor. Our AC with Integrated Protection is 19, our movement speed is 30, and our average HP is 201 with 3d8 and 17d10 hit dice. And with that, we are done. Now what can this build do? Damage. That's what this build can do. Lots of massive magical melee damage plus high AC that we can boost even higher. Also, a capped Charisma means that even our dex saves don't suck. The main problem is that we don't really have any ranged options unless you can finagle an in-character explanation for Blight. Also, Elemental Weapon is great for flavor, but kind of redundant when you have Spirit Shroud. But hey, we have a horse! Thank you everybody so much for watching. If you'd like to support my channel, there's a link to my Patreon down in the description. $1 a month gets you 2-day early access to my videos, a chance to vote for future characters, and access to all of my homebrew content. Let me know what you thought of this video down in the comments, and I'll see you all next week when I make Godfrey from Elden Ring.